Hey there, all my fellow Schmigadoonians. Welcome back to Broadway by Ghostlight. I'm Mark Benani, and while we anxiously await to change our addresses to Schmicago, Apple TV Plus has released a second trailer and behind-the-scenes look at Season 2 of the best musical TV show of all time. Also, Vanity Fair released an exclusive look into Season 2 with new production photos and a very interesting interview with stars Cecily Strong, Keegan-Michael Key, and creator, showrunner, songwriter Cinco Paul. I was not expecting a second trailer. I was busy at work editing my upcoming Season 1 recap of Schmigadoon when this dropped, and man, I know I sound like a broken record, but this looks so good. As I watched this new first look for the first time, I spotted even more fun Easter eggs and references. I'm sure you did too. I actually wasn't sure I was going to break it down though, but several of you reached out to me on Twitter and Instagram or in the comments asking me to break the new trailer down, and it really moved me. I love this show, and I love you guys loving this show, and I love you guys loving me loving the show.
And we love each other. And that's because none of us got enough love in our childhoods.
All right, enough blathering on from me. Let's just get to the fun part and look at this new trailer along with some tidbits from the new Vanity Fair article. All right, roll the first part.
You could never return to Schmigadoon.
Welcome to Schmigadoon!
Right off the bat, this trailer is obviously much more ominous than the first one. We get a much better shot of the town square and the various signs. I love that below the Krat Club sign, instead of girls, 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 it says Fräuleins, Fräuleins, Fräuleins. Of course, because it's a play on the German Kit Kat Club from Cabaret. Next to that, we see a sign for the law offices of Bobby Flanagan, Jane Krakowski's character, the Schmicago version of Billy Flynn from Chicago. There's also an old-timey barber pole, and is that blood spatter on it? We do have a Sweeney Todd avatar in the show, but he's a butcher. We'll see. You can also see that the street sign here is for Lloyd Street, and a little musical bird told me that that street will at some point intersect with Weber Street. Of course, for Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber, who wrote, among many other shows, Jesus Christ Superstar, which I think will get referenced a few times in this show. We get a shot from the jail when Josh gets locked up, and our narrator ominously tells the couple they can never return to Schmigadoon. Did anyone else get a little sad at that? Just me? Do I need schmigatherapy? I mean, I knew we weren't going to go back to it, but we could never go back? Also, yes, Titus Burgess, get it. Schmicago.
Boy, are you singing?
Okay, some more shots of the Krat Club, and then this shot of Bobby Flanagan, and up in the corner there, you can see a newspaper headline using some form of the phrase razzle dazzle, of course alluding to Billy Flynn's big number in Chicago, and one that we'll see her parody at some point in the show. This shot of Melissa here singing her heart out is apparently from episode 5 of the criminally short 6-episode season, and the song is titled It's My Time Now, presumably a sort of version of Maybe This Time from Cabaret. In the Vanity Fair article I mentioned, both Keegan-Michael Key and Cinco Paul were reportedly in tears the first time they heard Cecily belt out the song, and I cannot wait to hear it. Next section.
Schmigadoon was just the first act. As the high of Schmigadoon starts to wear off, the realities of real life start to set in.
It occurs to Josh, couldn't we maybe think about going back to Schmigadoon? But what if we...
Yes. This is not the kind of musical I want to be in.
First off, we see what I'm assuming is the moments right after they cross that bridge in the season 1 finale, since they're wearing the exact same clothes they were wearing then. We see the couple's wedding! Oh, it looks so nice. I hope they walk down the aisle to an acoustic version of Corn Puddin'.
Did somebody say corn pudding?
And we see that some time has passed between seasons here, and the spark is missing in their relationship or themselves once more. I love that bit with Cecily very quickly agreeing, I'm assuming, to go back to Schmigadoon. I hope that's not a editing trick for the trailer. It's a very funny line. We get some more shots from the first trailer, and Melissa and Josh, who has literal blood on his hands right here, are not thrilled with their musical circumstances. Let's keep going.
This world of Schmigadoon is a lot darker.
Hello?
Fans will be really shocked to see this era of musicals filled with mystery and villains.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Our characters, they have darker histories, darker origin stories.
Is that a new meat grinder?
Yep.
We get a shot of Kristen Chenoweth's Miss Caldwell, not Miss Coldwell, as I stated in my first trailer breakdown. That was, and still is, the name on the official Apple TV Plus website, so I'm not taking the blame for that one.
That's a load of fiddle-faddle.
Anyways, in the back you could see a freshened up Dooley, played by Alan Cumming, looking a little less threatening than in his Sweeney Todd getup. The Vanity Fair article had this great picture of the two of them from this scene, and you can really see the painting behind them of Miss Caldwell. Then there's a scene with Melissa in the crack club getting a phone call from this interesting couple who saw her across the bar and dug her vibe. We've seen these table phones in promo photos before as well. This is a reference to Cabaret, where in the Kit Kat Club there was phones on the tables for tables to call other tables. In fact, in the original Broadway Cabaret, there was a whole song involving these phones called the Telephone Song. And wait a minute, hold that table phone. Is that Helen Pritt? Yes, that looks to be Sarah Hayward, who played Mildred Layton's crony Helen Pritt in season 1. And it looks like her creepy companion was the Undertaker from season 1. I really hope this means we'll see a lot of the townsfolk from season 1 of Schmigadoon in new roles here as well. Justice for Pete.
Sorry, Pete.
Then we get Jaime Camille, my main man, and he brings up how mysterious and shocking this season will be, and he mentions villains. And the visuals we're seeing when he talks about this is Jaime's character in this set with these vault-looking doors. Remember that place for later. We are also shown the leading player narrator looking quite villainous, and then we hear the deep, gravelly voice of Octavius Kratt, played by Patrick Page. I know that voice anywhere. And again, Dove Cameron brings up how much darker this season is going to be. I wonder really how dark and into the drama they're going to go this season.
I'm scared.
We get some new shots of Josh and Melissa with the Schmigadoon version of Sweeney Todd and his brand new human-sized meat grinder. As I mentioned before, played by the incomparable Alan Cumming, the Apple TV Plus website listed this character's name as Dooley Flint, but I've since been told that his name is actually Dooley Blight. Let's keep going.
It's sexier, smokier, boozier, bluesier.
Okay.
I'm really into this.
Yeah, rein it in, pal.
I was determined to bring everybody back, but as a different character. Apart from Keegan and Cecily, who are still Josh and Melissa.
It's the mayor. Hey, Mr. Mayor!
I don't think that's the mayor.
It's like we have our little troupe of merry musical players, and we all get to play new roles.
It's sinister, sexually diverse, in a wonderful way.
In the first trailer, it was Melissa channeling us fans about Schmigadoon.
Schmigadoon, where are you?
Here, Josh mirrors us fans about Schmicago.
I'm really into this.
Yeah, rein it in.
And we get a final confirmation from the man himself, Cinco Paul, that everyone but Josh and Melissa are completely new characters. We see that our main cast appears to be part of the opening number, Welcome to Schmicago. You can see Octavius Kratt, Bobby Flanagan, Sergeant Rivera, Jenny Banks, and Dooley Blight in front of our Magic To Do dancers. Josh tries to call to the mayor, who isn't the mayor anymore, and I can't wait to see how Josh and Melissa react to seeing everyone from Schmigadoon as new people. We get a mix of shots from the first trailer with a couple of new ones thrown in, and the amazing Ariana DeBose again calling the new season sinister. Yikes. All right, let's finish the trailer.
The music and the lighting and the production design are working so well together in such a beautiful and mysterious way.
This season is gonna be nuts.
They're here.
These musicals don't have happy endings.
I'll drink to that.
There's this really interesting new shot of Ariana DeBose singing with these backup singers. My first thought, of course, was Dreamgirls, but Dreamgirls wasn't until the 80s, so I'm very interested to see what that's all about. And then this really intriguing shot of everyone at the club frozen in place. I'm assuming it's part of a number, but we'll see. Cinco assures us that this season is going to be nuts, and then there's this shot of Aaron Tveit's Topher with what looks like a sock puppet of himself on his hand. And then the back wall of the jail is pulled away. This could be his hippie friends breaking him out, or maybe Topher isn't who we think he is. We see a quick shot of Josh and Melissa searching through the butcher shop for something, and then this crazy shot of Jaime's Sergeant Rivera in that set with the vault things I told you to remember earlier, and it looks like he's about to shoot Josh? Say it ain't so, Jaime! I'm hopeful that this is not as it appears, but we'll see. And let's talk about the underscoring music here. It is super dramatic and gets my heart racing. What are we in for, Cinco Paul? Then we see this older woman at the Hotel Chicago, and she says the line from Stephen Sondheim's Company.
I'll drink to that.
This was another great look into this new season, and now not only am I so excited to dive into these episodes, but now thanks to this, I'm super nervous for all our characters. If there's one clear message I'm getting from this new spot, it's that this season is going to be
A lot darker.
Darker histories, darker origin stories.
Sexier, smokier, boozier, bluesier.
It's sinister.
Mysterious.
This season is going to be nuts.
but I'm so here for it. What was your favorite new bit of footage or info from this new trailer? Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. If you liked this video, please give this video a like and subscribe so you won't miss any of the Schmigadoon content and weekly breakdowns coming, plus lots of other musical theater history videos. I've got a Schmigadoon Season 1 recap coming 1 week before the Season 2 premiere, so look for that. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at bwayghostlight. I love connecting with fellow Schmigaholics there. And if you want to give this channel some extra support, you can check out my Patreon page. There are fun benefits on there, and I truly appreciate all my patrons. But until next time, I'm Mark Bonanni, this is Broadway by Ghostlight, and I'll drink to that.